Hi, everybody. Wasn't sure if I was going live or not, but here I am, and I think it's working. I would love to hear from you if you're here and you happen to catch me live, or even if you're watching later. I'm Jennifer Roig-Francolí, and in this spontaneous video that I just decided to make, I'd like to talk about getting sucked into your work and over-concentrating, over-focusing, and what to do about it. So I thought of making this video right now because I am deep into the process of writing my book for musicians, and I need to practice what I preach. So much of my book is about how to take care of yourself, and a big part of that is knowing how to concentrate and how to do your best work with ease and without tying yourself up into knots. You want to be able to prevent or heal, as the case may be. You want to prevent or heal back pain, neck pain, all kinds of strain that comes from over-focusing, over-concentrating. And as musicians, we know how easy it is to really get wrapped up in what we're doing and even forget to take breaks. So does this happen to you? Do you practice and find that it's, you're maybe an hour or two into your practicing before you realize that you are overdoing it and you should be taking a break? I recommend to my students that they take frequent breaks, and frequent depends on the person, but I'm talking about as frequently as every 10 minutes or so. And your break doesn't have to be long. You don't even have to leave the room. You can, a real break, what I mean by real is when you really pull yourself away from what you're doing. So right now I was working on my book and realizing that I was starting to get sucked in, and I thought, no, it's time for a break. So this is actually my break right now. I love making videos and I miss talking to you. I haven't made a live video here in the group for a very long time because I'm on a deadline with my book and I've got a lot of work to do to put into that. I'm aiming for summer publication. Fingers crossed. Help me, send me good positive vibes for that. I think it's going to happen, but it means a lot of work. And so I haven't had as much time to post as I usually do in this group. And I haven't done a live video, like I said, in a long time. So this is just spontaneous on my break. And I thought, what better way to take a break, take care of myself, than to actually do what I tell my students to do and do it with you so you can actually get a peek into some of what we do in the Art of Freedom method. So if you are new to this world of the Art of Freedom method for conscious living and masterful artistry, which is my signature process for helping musicians, then you should know that it's based on my lifetime experience as a professional musician and a lifelong lover of meditation and contemplative practices, personal self-development, and as a twice certified Alexander Technique teacher. The Alexander Technique is a mind-body discipline that helps you get to know yourself and your habits and gives you very specific tools, especially with touch-free primal Alexander, which is my specialty, developed by Mia Morales, by the way. Primal Alexander helps you learn how to do the Alexander Technique for yourself on a daily basis with very simple awareness etudes. So what I suggest that my students do, and I want to suggest for you, everybody here, when you take a break, don't forget to take breaks, very important, make the most of your breaks by detaching yourself in a healthy way from what you were doing and do what we call constructive thinking. And by constructive thinking, I'm not talking about what you might find if you look up constructive thinking on the internet or go to Wikipedia or whatever. There is such a thing that I just discovered in the realm of psychology called constructive thinking, which has very, very little to do with a kind of very specific constructive thinking in primal Alexander or in Alexander Technique. With constructive thinking and primal Alexander, what we're doing is a very specific immediate thing with our brains that detaches ourselves. Like I said, there's a healthy detachment where you're stopping your brain from firing neurons down into a habitual path that can cause tension. There's much more to it than that. That's not the best definition. It's just spontaneous. And I don't want to go into that much more. I just want to do it with you. Okay. So many of you may have seen my introductory video on something called TheCyCle. It is on YouTube, and in this group, you can find that in the resources. Go to the menu at the top of this group. I think it's in the featured section where you can find the best warm-up challenge. It's in there. You can sign up for that, or you can just Google my name and TheCyCle on YouTube, and you'll find the introductory video there. So I'm not going to do a big introduction of TheCyCle. We're just going to do it because I have to get back to my book. So I wanted to make this short. But it even crossed my mind that maybe I'll pop in here more frequently from now on my breaks to make the most of them for myself and for you. And if you happen to be here and catch me on a break of yours, then we're making the most of our breaks together. So let's do that right now. And by the way, I'm not seeing any comments and it looks like nobody's here, but if you happen to be here or watch this later, please drop something in the comments. Just say hi, Jennifer, or whatever. And if you do, like what I'm talking about, I love the feedback as much as anybody. I don't need it, but I really appreciate it. And it's very good for the algorithm. It helps more people see this work, okay? And please invite your friends to the group, by the way. I'd love to have this group keep growing and spread this message to the world of musicians because everybody could use more ease in mind and body. Okay, so let's do a little constructive thinking. Take your eyes away from the screen for a moment and become aware of yourself in a little different way. Like, get curious about yourself and ask yourself, what's happening within me right now? What's happening to me right now as I am sitting here or whatever it is you're doing, standing, walking, doing dishes, driving? Just check in with yourself and get curious. Flip the curiosity switch and wonder about the present moment and specifically your experience of yourself right now. Ask, what do I notice about myself? What's happening in my body? What's my body telling me? What am I feeling? Don't go into thinking a lot about any of it. Don't try to analyze or understand or figure out what's going on. Like if you have a pain show up, don't try to go into where it came from or why it's happening. Just notice it. Just be with it. Don't judge it as good or bad, beautiful or ugly. Just be with yourself. Chuck Stewart, hey, you're from the Netherlands. Thank you so much for saying hello, for being here. So just, come back to yourself. Notice where your mind is going. Just watch it. Watch your thoughts without following them. Just notice them. Notice your body. And when you have that healthy, detached curiosity, you can start developing a response to what you're noticing that goes something like, oh, that's interesting. What else? What else is showing up? So for me right now, I'm noticing a little effort that my legs are making because I'm not in the most optimum position. Remember, this is just a quick break from book writing. And I'm sitting in the chair where I was writing. And I'm like, okay, my laptop's not high enough. So I found a little stool next to me and propped it up on my legs. It's really not that comfortable. And I'm just noticing that it's not very comfortable, but no big deal. So just noticing that. And then I'm like, oh, well, that's interesting. What else am I noticing? Noticing a little tension in my arms and legs. Okay, interesting. What else? And I'm noticing some easing in me as soon as I have that healthy, detached curiosity about myself. Then I notice more things. Yeah, that's how it happens. That's how it works. Our system is always changing. Our experience is always changing. And you want to develop this skill of staying with yourself in the present moment, just watching. You want to develop a witness perspective, where it's almost like, it's not almost, it is, that you are bigger than your physical feelings, your mental thoughts, your emotions. You're something bigger, grander, deeper, not separate, but separate. It's a paradox. You are fully, completely every aspect of who you are, including the mind, body, and emotions. And yet you're also something that can observe those as if from outside, even while you're inside. So you want to develop that witness aspect of yourself, which is unique to human beings, with a non-judgmental, curious, childlike attitude. So you're just wondering, you're curious, and you don't need to know, you don't need to understand, you're just watching. Okay, so that's the very, very first step of the Art of Freedom method, is learning to step into that mode of witness and healthy curiosity. So I think we'll just stop right there. Keep it short and sweet. The next thing I would teach you if you were my student is something called ima, which means now in Japanese. We're not going to do that today, maybe another day. And then after learning ima, then you learn something called TheCyCle, which I alluded to before. And I mentioned that if you want to, jump to that right now, you can just go to YouTube and Google my name, Jennifer Roig-Francolí, and TheCyCle, and it should pop up. There's also a link here in this group if you want to, find the link, go to the menu, featured section, look for the best warm-up challenge. I think the actual tutorial video is probably up there too. So anyway, if you have questions, just message me anytime about anything. And I would love to get your response to this video. And tell me what you want more of. Like I said, I haven't been live in this group for a while. And I haven't been posting as much as I usually do, just because I am in the thick of the last, hopefully, third and last round of edits with my editor. And I have a deadline of May 25th to get the whole manuscript to her again for the last time. And it's just, I'm using all the time that I have. And again, I was feeling like I wanted to make a live video for all of you. Week after week, I feel like I want to do a live video, but it was feeling like this big thing where I have to plan a topic and think of the right topic, and then you have to plan the live event, and I don't have the time for that, so I wasn't doing it. And I thought, well, why not just do a spontaneous, quick video on a break? So here I am, and that's where this came from. So yeah, I hope this gave you a little taste of where we start with my work, and of course, once you learn how to tap into that witness perspective, get curious, notice what's going on inside yourself, and then learn how to do the constructive thinking in a very, very specific way that's in the TheCyCle etude. Those are the first steps, and then there are many more awareness etudes that I teach my students after the TheCyCle, which then I think in the very next etude, which we call MJ, it's very simple movements of the arms. So you're learning how to do that kind of constructive thinking with your brain and your body to turn off the chatter and free up your mind-body self of excess tension. You learn to do that while doing very simple movements. You need to be able to do that without your instrument first before you can do all the very fancy technical or simple scales also with your instrument with effortless ease. The process I teach is very profound and very effective, and also extremely simple and fun. So if you want to know more, just send me a message or an email to Jennifer@artoffreedom.me. I have a special summer coaching program that I posted about recently. Just let me know if you're curious. I'm offering a couple special bonuses for people who sign up by June 1st, and it's a great program. I've got tons and tons and tons and tons of testimonials from people who've worked with me and gotten great results. So just let me know if you want to know more. Okay? Chuck, thanks for being here with me. I really appreciate your comments. It's so helpful to have that interaction, which is all too rare here in internet land. I'm a real person and I like connecting with real people. So thanks for commenting. And I look forward to hearing from anybody else. Okay? Enjoy the rest of your day. I'm going to get back to book writing and get this stool off my legs. Have a great day. Lots of love. Bye-bye.